Hello, everyone. My name is Chaseley, and today I'll be talking about my summer internship. So we'll start with an agenda for the presentation today. I'll give an introduction of Pepper Construction, the company that I worked for this summer. I'll talk about my two projects that I was heavily involved in. I'll talk about an intern project that we did, and then my key takeaways from this summer. So Pepper Construction was founded in 1927 by Stan Pepper. It's a leading general contractor in the Midwest. The company is still in the Pepper family. It's a very family-oriented company, employee-oriented company. Pepper has locations in Illinois, Wisconsin, Indiana, and Ohio, and serves over 15 markets. I personally was in the interior market this summer. And Pepper has self-performing groups in demolition, concrete, drywall framing, and paint. So my projects. This summer I worked on two projects, both in the HESC, or Blue Cross Blue Shield building in downtown Chicago. On the 41st and 42nd floors, we worked on amenities. They added a Starbucks, a juice bar, two catering counters on the 41st floor. And then also some game rooms, quiet rooms, and TV rooms. We had some tic-tac-toe boards up on the wall, some checkers boards on the wall, shuffleboard room, pool table room. It's a $13 million project, a lot of open space for employees to collaborate together. And challenges on this project was late fixture deliveries. So I saw this project out until completion. And we had some light fixtures that had extremely long lead times that didn't make it before the completion date. And so those will just have to be installed on overtime. And then doing the punch list had some issues, just coordination between subcontractors. It's hard to get subcontractors to come out to site to do extra work. Yeah, so that's it for 41 and 42. Talk about the 14th and 16th floors. So about a month into my internship, that's when this project started. It was a staggered start. So we started the 14th floor first, which is just a basic office space mirroring nearby office spaces. When I left, all the in-wall MEPFP was done, drywall, framing, and patching, all complete. Overhead MEPFP was just about finished, and ceiling grid was about halfway done. And challenges on the 14th floor were just noise and then slow RFI returns. The main technicality of my summer was the 16th floor, which was a new executive floor for HCSC. So when I left, all the in-wall MEPFP was done. Framing was complete. Drywall was just starting. And then overhead MEPFP was about halfway done, I'd say. A lot of challenges on the 16th floor, as it was the floor right above the operating executive floor. So noise complaints were a big deal. Obviously, if a employee fills out a noise complaint, that's one thing. But when the CEO of a company like HCSC is filling out a noise complaint and calling a superintendent, that's a whole other thing. And then very slow submittal and RFI return times. The main architect on the job had a 4-week vacation in the middle of the summer. And on interiors projects that only last a couple months, 4 weeks is a substantial amount of time, and made getting questions asked and submittals returned very difficult for both the 14th, 16th, and then also 41 and 42 project. Tasks worked on over the two projects: submitting RFIs and submittals, creating and updating a procurement log, working on the punch list for 41st and 42nd floor, scoping out and reviewing bids for other prospective jobs for the interiors department, creating and sending out change orders to the owners, and then note-taking during foreman's meetings. Finally, one special thing about interning with Pepper is that you work on an intern project along with interns at Hill Mechanical. So the leaders of the project pick out a project that Hill and Pepper are both working on at the current moment. So this summer it was the Advocate Aurora Medical Center. We get split up into 3 teams, and then the Hill's 3 teams present their bids to our 3 teams, and we kind of pick and choose which subcontractor company we want, and then together we all work together to present a bid, to send out a bid to the leaders of the project, and then present a bid to executives of both Hill and Pepper. Personally, I was the CEO of our company, which meant I was in charge of a lot of the presenting portion of the project and fielding a lot of questions about the company specifically, not as much about the project that we scoped out. The 4 key takeaways from this summer, I think my main one was the construction process requires a lot of communication. There are a lot of issues that in my head, I would just think, wow, this could have been very easily preventable with just a little bit of communication. So I tried to over communicate as much as possible this summer, so nothing got lost in conversation. I learned about superintendent versus project manager roles. I didn't know who did what at the start of the summer, and now I have a pretty good idea of the differences and the responsibilities of both roles on a project. Don't be afraid to ask questions is a big one. As the summer went on, I gained more confidence to ask questions, and I never was made to feel like a question was stupid. Always just learning opportunities, asking a lot of questions, asking your project manager questions, asking the subcontractor questions. Always beneficial on the job. And then finally, no matter what the issue is, there's always going to be solutions. No matter how deep of a hole you're in, everything will end up okay in the long run. So thank you everyone for listening.